Everyone, happy Friday. Just going to go over a few little sort of newsworthy talking points, possibly. First of all, if you haven't already, like and subscribe, please. Helps me out millions. Helps me to bring you content. The promo for I think it's DAZN's promo for the December 23rd Day of Reckoning card. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but that is like a mini Hollywood production. It's like a Day of the Dead short. I mean, they're all in there. It's really good, but you know how much that cost. And I've heard a few of them talking about how long they were in makeup for. That is a really class. Though I don't know, there's Eddie Hearn in it is sat at a desk smoking a cigar, and you've got Frank Warren in a one-way van. Read into that what you will, but that's an amazing piece of promo. Probably the best I've seen for any fight ever. Moving on, Roy Jones and Tommy Fury apparently in talks for a fight. I mean, I was very vocal in the fact that when Tommy Fury fought Jake Paul, to me it was fair play to him. That guy is never going to have a major career in serious professional boxing. So if he can go and earn millions fighting the likes of Jake Paul, then fair play to him. I mean, it's a good move for him. But Roy Jones at 55, I think, does that fight even make any money? Who pays for that? His YouTube fans, I don't believe, are going to pay for that. Serious boxing fans are not going to pay for that. So I just think, and it's odd because Tommy Fury, who is he's from the Furies, they're the fighting family, as John will, tell us at every opportunity. So Tommy's gone that route, while Jake Paul this weekend is going the route you'd expect from a serious pro and is fighting Andre August, who's a 10-1 prospect, which is kind of the correct thing to do, isn't it? And then you got Tommy Fury talking about fighting 55-year-old Roy Jones. Yeah, nice one. And then you've also got sort of the worst kept secret in boxing. I mean, we know obviously Wilder and Joshua are going to fight each other, but it's rumoured to be now March the 9th. So, everyone was moaning that why were they not fighting now? I mean, it's just boxing is business, and that was business, wasn't it? It's let's extract more money out of our commodities. So that's all they've done. And then March the 9th. we're still sort of in the sway about which way I lean towards those fights, because in terms of Joseph Parker, he's undoubtedly technically a way better fighter than Anthony Joshua is. Than Deontay Wilder is, but he just lacks that spike. He's not a killer, is he? Deontay Wilder is a bona fide killer. Joseph Parker isn't. And Joseph Parker has always been open to the right hand and susceptible. So if he's in front of Wilder anywhere near range, he's in trouble, isn't he? No matter how good Joseph Parker is, he's in a bit of trouble unless he can deal with that right hand. So we will see. And then again, Joshua Wallin. I personally think it's a good fight, but when you weigh up sort of the recent attributes of both, Wallin is a technically good fighter, but he's not really a puncher at all, is he? And Joshua's just done 24 rounds with arguably the best southpaw, certainly the best southpaw heavyweight currently. So you wouldn't think the fact that Wallin's a southpaw was going to pose him that many problems. But again, depends on what Joshua turns up, doesn't it? Moving on, then Ben Eubank is officially off. Now, I know a lot of you and a lot of hardcore fans talk about this as a sort of a joke, a freak fight, a circus event, whatever. And there's an element of truth to that. But a lot of people say that the reasons why this has fell through is down to Benn's licensing. Well, as we all know, there are ways around that. And the sort of extended argument to that is that Eubank is not going to go through that because he doesn't want to upset his reputation with a board or it to cause him future problems with a board. But depending on if that did get made and depending on where it was, I believe the board only have a limited role in how they treat Eubank from then on, because technically, going by the rule book, I'm not sure how far wrong in the wrong Eubank would be, and how far the board can take any treatment towards Eubank if he went ahead with it. Because technically, and again, morally wrong, ethically wrong, technically, other than the fact that he hasn't got a British Boxing Board license, Benn is in effect clear to fight. So, you know, it certainly does to me appear, and I listened to Frank Smith this morning, and he made it quite clear, and I'm sure he couldn't say this if this wasn't the case, but he sort of categorically said that Eubank had just not agreed the money and priced himself out. Kind of an odd move, because I do believe, regardless of what you think of this fight, Smith Eubank 2 was a big fight, and Liam Smith is essentially a trade fighter, and that grew into a big fight. So everyone out there who says Eubank Benn is not a big fight, doesn't make any money, whether you agree with it or not, whether we agree on the ethics, and most of us kind of don't, that's a big fight. As soon as the promo tour starts for that, and as soon as the ball starts rolling, trust me, that grows into a big fight, because that catches the imagination of the casuals pretty much like nothing else would do in this country on a fight level, other than probably outside Joshua Fury. So trust me, that grows into a massive fight. And Eubank would probably, possibly, I believe, make more money in that fight than he would in fights from this point on, from now to the end of his career. Because if you're Eubank Jr., what massive fights are out there for you that are going to earn you the money that does? I don't know. I'll tell you what though, Frank Smith also said that Conor Benn's team and Matcham are now in talks with Devin Haney for a Conor Benn Devin Haney fight. And credit to Benn for bravery or stupidity on taking on Devin Haney, but come on. One other thing, yesterday I believe it was, Adam Smith was on TalkSport talking about his recovery from the cancer and various other things. And just to hear Adam Smith's voice on a broadcast again was just fantastic. Sometimes you don't realise how much you miss them till they come back again. And I did miss Adam Smith. I was not early on in his career, but I grew to have a great admiration and a great enjoyment of Adam Smith's commentary. When you hear him back on the TV or on the airwaves again, he's just got a great voice. And regardless of everything, Adam Smith knows boxing and he knows fighters. He's been around, seen it all. I think they asked him what were his favourite commentaries to work on. And he mentioned a few. Hamid Kelly was one, which if you're of a generation, which I am, Hamid Kelly was a fantastic fight. That was a classic up and downer, superb. And then he talked about Hatton Zoo, again, one of the great spectacles and atmospheres I've seen. Joshua Klitschko was another one. And he also went on to mention, and forgive me for getting it wrong, but he also went on to mention Danny Williams. I think it was Danny Williams' British title fight where he dislocated his shoulder. I'm sure Joe Stunner will remember that one. But if you remember that, that was another great event and another amazing piece of drama, fantastically put across by Adam Smith. So yeah, I seriously hope Adam Smith comes back. It will be a massive loss if he doesn't make some sort of return to boxing. He went on to talk about how only a few months ago he couldn't walk, and how when you get hit with life-changing news of a, sort of health life-changing news, that how it sort of makes you calm and makes you have sort of more empathy and more love and cherish the relationships of your loved ones around you. And it really does. So fantastic by Adam Smith. Wish him all the best, and can't wait for him to come back. That was it. Just a few talking points this morning. I haven't covered or done a preview to the Sonny Edwards fight because, again, I'm moving house currently. Also, I've got a trip away this weekend as well. So I may not be able to cover that fight at all, but if I do, I'll certainly catch up and do something like that. Anyway, just a quick look at those talking points. See you all soon. If you haven't already, please go like and subscribe. See you all soon. I'm out.